And welcome to part 2 of the Bush Arena 420, I think I said it was. Would have the part number on the model number on the wooden bit, wouldn't it? 430, sorry. The Bush Arena 430. Cassette deck from the 1970s at some point. We don't know where in the 70s, but that's a non-polarised capacitor. Anyway, what we want to do here, the tape counter doesn't work, but it resets, and I would imagine it's just gunked up because it's full of shit. So what we want to do now, we want to take the cassette door off. And to take the cassette door off is simple. We just tense up, and then and just hope the circlip blows off. In which case, if it doesn't, don't worry. Take a small flat bladed screwdriver like this, and just okay. It's a circlip, isn't it? Let me just double check this. Yeah, it is. Very, very small one. So if this goes pinging across the room, I'm fucking looking for another one. I'm fucked. I don't want this going pinging across the room. But, as it was once said, one cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. That clip isn't even off, is it? No, that's a bit of fucking glue or something there. There we are, I can see the clip moving now. There we are. Oh, the clip's off, but it's dropped in there somewhere. At least I know I've not lost it. Now what I need to do, clean up all this shit and push this pin out. So I need to make sure I don't lose that clip, it don't fall out of the mechanism somewhere. So what I'll do is get my pliers, get out the big guns for this. And what we'll do, we'll pull the pin out. Open the lid, it might be easier. Pull the pin out. There we are. Oh, I did that last night. Hang on a minute. It's all my shit everywhere. There we go. Right. So I'll hold that there, pull the pin out. Pin up there, and watch for any springs that go boing across the room. Lift this out carefully. Right. So leave that one in where it is, and this one you should. Oops. Let's take this one off. I know which way around they go. Now, got to be careful that I don't break anything. Push that back through because it has to lift off. It does come off because the fucking other one did, the other side did. Oh, hang on, it's on a pivot there. Yeah, there's like a pivot there. Well, that should just lift off, that pivot. That shouldn't be fucking glued or anything. It should just push off that pivot. There we are. Put that there, put it on top of my wallet. Oh, pardon me for showing my chest, but I've got a fucking itch I couldn't get at. And look at the muck in this, folks. Look at the muck in this. Right. Well, basically, we've got this belt here that needs to be replaced, and that's why there's no rewind, because it's driven by that belt there, I think. Is that driven by that belt, or does that eventually go on? No, that goes off to drive the tape counter, and the tape counter belt is really sloppy. So we're going to have to find belts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the belts off to start with, and I'm going to try and match up Let's move the brake out of the way. There we go. Try and match up all the belts. There's one little belt. There's the counter belt. There we go. Make sure it doesn't get caught on any components. It's caught on something down there, isn't it? Oh, fuck me. Just take this screw out here. Let's see if we can get this, just get it past this circuit board. I noticed something as well, there's no auto stop on this, or at least it didn't seem to work. See if we can get the belt past here, because the belt gets hung up on that. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to lift this up a little bit. There we are, got the belt out. And that's going to be easier said than done getting a new one in. Right, and the next belt is the drive belt for the capstan. I'm not sure we're supposed to get it out this way, but this is the way I'm doing it. Take that all so far up, and we've got a gap there now. Yeah, I think we have. We've got ourselves a gap. Get it past that fan. Get it onto there. There we go. And something's just popped out. Little white thing's just popped out from underneath there. So where's he gone? There's the circlip. There's a little white thing just popped out. Oop. There it is. The capstan sits into that. So we have to make sure that goes back in as well. And that's easy enough to sort out. Because, yeah, that'd be easy enough to sort out. Yeah, because the screw, the capstan, if I take the screw out a minute, I'll screw the nut on so I don't lose the nut. There we go. The head of the screw sits in that. And the capstan rides on that. I think that's how it works. Yeah, it must do. Yeah, because let's just work this out. Otherwise this is going to be a real mission. Because, what's that there? Pause mechanism. Right, so basically I would have to take off, let's put this up here. I think the screw goes into that, but I'm not certain because the capstan might go into that. And the screw might... Well, the easiest way to find out, put it in through the top, see if it's the same diameter as the top of the capstan. It's hard to judge. I mean, the capstan probably needs to come out anyway and have a good clean, so I'll work that out. I think it goes under. I think that bit. I think it goes into the capstan. Yeah, it does. Goes on top of the capstan. Yeah, the hole facing onto the capstan. That's the motor there. It's got a lovely motor. No crap at all there. I'm not even bothering with that motor. What I want to do next, I want to undo this, whoops, and take the capstan drive out, take the capstan bracket, sorry, try another screwdriver, that one doesn't seem to fit it, that one does. See, this is where things start to get a bit sticky. when you start pulling the pause mechanism and stuff out. Now, this is only the lock for the pause, so I'm hoping it just hooks under somehow. I'm hoping it just hooks under. So yeah, and I can't. So can I leave that in and just move that out of the way? Yeah, I can. I can leave all. See that just engages the pause button anyway. Let's see if this fits back on the top of here, because I can get into it now. Yeah. And then the screw rests on the top, and that's how it's done. So we know how that's done. Well, I want the capstan out anyway, don't have to. It's getting down there though. But the problem is with my screwdriver, it's got too much rubber on it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the. I'm going to slice some of the rubber off my screwdriver to get a bit more screwdriver rather than rubber. Yeah. Still don't fucking fit. Let's try one of these. Nope, that one fits, but oh, I've got it, that one got it. So basically let's take the pause mechanism out like that, along with that, put all that there, and I should be able to lift the capstan out now. See, that goes onto the top there and it rides on the capstan. Either that or that screw just goes, either that or it goes the other way up and the screw sits in it. Either way, I think it's the other way up actually, yeah. Yeah, it sits on it that way, yeah. Which is basically like this. We'll just explain. Wind this screw in a little bit, hold it over there so don't lose it. Put this screw in the top. Like that. And then your screw just sits on the top of that. Just puts a little bit of pressure onto your top of your capstan. And then you just adjust that to how you need it to be. That's how it's done. The capstan rides on that flat surface there. So I was going to take the capstan out, but I won't get it past this board. So I'm not going to take the capstan out. But but it's easier to get it out. It's easier to work on it now with it like that. So now we need to go belt hunting. You find a belt that size. Them two are pretty much, whoops. I mean, that one wasn't really that bad, but as it's in bits, it may as well be replaced. I mean, these are all basically the same size belt, near enough the same size. So two of them, and one of those. So we want to find 3 belts and make sure we don't lose our little circlip. Right, so I'll go off and find some belts. I'll be back in a minute. Right, well I found 3 belts that I think might do the job. We'll start with the easiest. They're the ones I took off. We'll start with the easiest, eh? Put the easiest one on first. Right. Start with the easiest, which is this little small one. Which goes down where the brake is. I remember that because I had to bring the brake up. I had to move the brake out of the way. I say the easiest. Yeah. You know me folks, ever the optimist. There we go. What we'll do, put that one on there. Make sure we're actually on the pulley. Oh, we are. Right, so that one now is nice and lovely as it should be. So that's the counter one sorted out. Now let's put the two on the bottom. First of all, deal with the counter one. Because that counter one has to go. It's not so difficult to put the counter belt on, it's just feeding it in. Because it has to go past a load of circuitry. It has to go past. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make life easier for myself. I'm going to remove this screw here as well. I can't get over how well this thing's made. Right, still got some holding it. Oh yeah, it has to be pulled away. There's another screw in it somewhere. No? It has to be pulled away. There we are. So you can get... I still don't see how that's going to make it any easier for me. Unless I can feed it through that way. Oh, hang on. Still don't see how easy it's going to make it for me. But we'll see. Yeah. Whoa. Don't want anything rolling off. There we go. Let's just try and lift that board up there. And the trouble is, you see, you can't fucking see past there to guide the belt through. And you can't take the post off at the top, it's fucking riveted in. Let's see if I can see better this way. I mean, you get a good view down there, but there's a lot of stuff in it. Makes it awkward for you to actually get. Oh, there we are. All I have to do is get it past that post, and I should be able to get it in. Get it past that post. Once it passes that post, come on, there we go. No, not quite, almost though. I don't want to pull on the board too much. Don't want to flex the board too much. Right, there we are. Right, so if I just put that over that, or why don't I just fucking... I mean, we're in the right position now, we know where we need to be. So, put that there. Yeah. Put that there like that. We haven't quite got that, so let's put it round that one. Right, well, we're on there. Let's chances of it staying there is very remote though, isn't it? Now where's my hookers? Where's my hooker? I have a hooker in the bedroom, it's that there, soldering tool, but they're great. Because I can hold that there with my finger, hold that belt in place, and now I can bring this up. There we are. Now when I turn that, the counter should turn, which it does. So we've done that side. So now we can put the circuit board back into place. Jiggle it in. You only have to jiggle it, give it a bit of a push. There we go. Just push it back into place, put the screws. I recommend that when you do this you put the screws in as you take them out. That way if you put the screws in as you take them out, you can't run into any unforeseen problems like things not fitting back together. Put things in as they come apart. As you take something apart, put it back together when you've done the job that needs to be done in that area. That's what I always do. And the other thing you need to remember is not to put a fucking screw where there's a variable resistor. I've never done it myself, but I've heard of it being done. Thinking it's a screw hole and it's a variable resistor, a potentiometer. You don't want to be doing that. Right. So basically, I'm not going to get the capstan out because I'm not pulling all this out to do that. I'll have to clean it and lubricate it from the top. Alright. Our next belt is a little bit thicker. It's about the same size. It's a bit small, yeah, it's about the same size, but it's a little bit thicker. So I'm hoping that it will work. And that goes there. You feed it onto the capstan pulley there. Yeah, that'll work, I think. If not, I'll have to put the original back on. But in fact, actually, you're better off going over the motor first. Over the motor. Down onto the actual pulley itself. Bring that round there. And round to where you need it. Look at that, that's not going to come off. That's brilliant, that. It's not too tight either. And that, because of the angle it's gone on lovely. That is it on the pulley? Yeah. Yeah. Right, so this side we're basically done. All we do next is we actually leave that up a bit, there we go, but not so much that it bloody falls off. And what we do now, we put our pause mechanism back in, which is your pause mechanism here, which is only holding in one fucking place, believe it or not. Pause mechanism's only held in one place. I'm just working out. Whoops. Oh no, two places it's held in. Just get that screw back, folks. Get the screwdriver. There we go. Right, the pause mechanism. See which two screws it uses. And then I can put the one screw in to hold that in place. The pause mechanism goes in that way, or is it that way? No, it's not, it's that way. It goes in that way and hooks under, it hooks under there. Oh, no it doesn't. No it doesn't. It's going to take me a minute to work this out. It's going to take me a minute or two to suss this out, because it goes in that way, goes that way, so that goes that way. So that goes in that way, and your pause mechanism goes in that way. You know, I hate it when you can't quite remember. You know you took it apart. Nobody else took it apart. You still can't fucking remember which way around it fucking went. Come on, you fucker, which way around? I forgot. Right. Let's get this into place. Now. Might have even gone in that way, but it didn't go that way. So you've got your little nick on the side there that it goes into. So that's that way. That locks into, when you press your pause button, that locks into it there. So it has to go that way. Just take that out a minute. So it has to go that way, but fucking doesn't. The other thing is, that nick can quite easily go on there and all. So that could have even gone. Right. What I should have done was looked at, I think it went in this way. Yeah. Went in this way or this way. One of the fucking two. So it didn't go that way, and it doesn't go that way. So it either goes that way, which it doesn't, because that's preventing it from going down, which means it doesn't go that way because it can't screw on, which means the only way it can go is that way, but it doesn't fit. Well, it fits that way, which means it has to go that way. So that's stopping it, and that's not been bent, so yeah, because that pushes down on that to push that up. Yeah. You know when you think you fucking got it? I mean, this thing lifted out, no messing. Bear with me folks, I'll be back in a minute. Hi folks, and welcome back to part 2. What I've done, I did off camera, what I've done, I've replaced the motor start capacitor here. This one is a 1.5 microfarad, the original was a 0.95 UF, but I've only got that one, so I've had to put that in. That's all I've got, so that's what I'm using. Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to clean the tape transport. We'll clean the tape transport. I've cleaned all this here, I just used a brush with a bit of isopropyl on to clean basically the mechanism. So what I'll do, I'll plug this in, and what we'll do, we'll clean the entire tape transport. The motor's running. I did replace the motor capacitor because the motor had a habit of dying. Let's clean the capstan. There we go. Let's put it into play and clean the pinch roller. Clean the top of the pinch roller. There we go. Remember, we want it nice and clean. Clean the tape head, there's a bit of dust there, clean that off. Clean the erase head. Now clean the drive for the take-up table. Clean the take-up table itself. Lovely. Clean the fast forward drive. These rubbers are a bit shiny. To be honest, they're worn, but I don't have any replacements. And as a result of that, I've had to leave the take counter belt off because everything's just a bit too tight with the take counter on, because it won't rewind very well or fast forward very well with the take counter running. So there we go. So for now I've left it disconnected, and what we'll do now, we'll not that I'm going to use the take counter anyway, I'm not. So clean the behind the buttons, clean the buttons themselves, just try and make everything look a bit nicer. Check the record switch. Yeah. A bit of fluff off there. Clean this where the controls are. There we go. And there's a load of crap in there by the look of it. What we'll do, do that one. Just gets the crap off it. There we go. What we'll do now, we'll get our can of spray if we can find it. There it is. Turn it off because this stuff is conductive. And please note I use a flexible straw made out of a piece of wire. Just, that's all you need. You don't want to wash out any lubrication within the switch. Yeah, the original motor run capacitor, which is this one here, it was actually getting red hot and it was slowing the motor down. The motor was losing torque. So there's no auto stop on this machine. So, you know, you're even more having to look after the tape transport, because if it gets your tape, it gets your tape. It's as simple as that. There's not a lot you're going to be able to do about it. There's the other spring, and we've got a circlip there, and we should have a metal rod which we've got there, so we'll leave all that together for a minute. Take this spring off here so we don't lose that one, and we've got a little slidey thing there which we won't be taking apart. Now we'll get our bottle of detergent if I can find it. Let me just go, I'll be back in a second, folks. I'll be that quick, I'll leave the camera running. No point pausing it just to run into the front room just to get my bottle of detergent, because I want to put the tape transport back together now and then wash the cases. There you go. Oop. Yeah, nearly fell over my own feet there, folks. Anyway, we've got the let's get this towel. Let's get this little small towel. Yeah, I also reused rubber renew earlier as well, off camera, just on the rubber parts. But when you use that stuff, be careful, it's lethal. There we go. Right, clean the cassette door the best I can. Got all this shit soon comes off. Look at that. Leave us with a nice clean cassette door. Ready to go onto our back onto our refurbished machine. I didn't have to do any circuit work on this. The machine works really well. However, putting this door back on might prove to be a bit of an issue, but we'll see. I'm going to get my finger in there just to clean the inside of the perspex window. I mean, this is my own machine and I'm not selling it, so I'm not bothered that the tape counter doesn't work. I don't need it. Blob of solder. There we go. Put the bottom up there with the top. Clean the bench. There we go. Now what I'm going to do now, I have to put this back into the cassette door. Now that could be easier said than done, but it's got to be done. And we have to start by putting our springs. Let's put my glasses on. Start by putting our springs up. Did I say this was part 2? If I didn't, I meant to. Start by putting our springs back in, which go is it that way? Or is it the other way? Right. It's that way. Yeah. Yeah. That one. Then that one. I'm putting them with the other springs inside. There we go. Oh, hang on, that's wrong. Have to go that way. Doesn't matter which way they go. Well, it does. Go that way. It goes into there. Like so, and that's how that goes. Then what we do, we lift our, we have to get the record switch through there as well, I think. Gee, this is where, yeah, record switch has to go through there as well. We have to get this. This has to go, oh, that's the other one jumped off and all. Come here, you fucker. Right, let's just dry fit it before I make sure I do what I'm doing, and make sure I do it right. That's record switch. And that just drops into there. So the record switch drops into that cavity there. So yeah, we know where we're up to now. See, it was over an hour ago when I took this thing apart. Well over. Right. So we'll hook that onto, no we won't. Put the other spring into there. See, I need to get some of my own jobs cleared up because there's a guy bringing some stuff in for repair. And in all honesty, I want the bench free when he brings the stuff, because I want to get straight on to doing the jobs that he wants me to do for him. I don't like having customers hanging about waiting for things to be done that should be done straight away. See, they just sit in there then. But they just sit in there. But the problem is getting this other, getting that through there. I reckon I can lift that on afterwards actually. But we'll go for that approach. Push the spring down, push the other spring down, put the cassette door into place, get our metal pin, the end of the circlip on goes through first. Should be able to lock that in place actually while I just fit it. Right. Right, we'll put the now see if I can get under here to put this little pin, which actually has a bit of glue on it, but don't know what that's for actually. Don't know what that actually does. It must do something. Oh, it works as an extra stop button. So if you, there we go. So if you press it, so what I need to do now is put a blob of super glue on that, because it had a little bit of glue on it. Oh. Well, would you believe that? Right. Let's get our little tool. Make sure we've got a hole in the top. There we go. Just put a bit of glue into our bar. Need a bit more than that. There we go. Just so it doesn't come off. There we are. Like that. Put the top back on the super glue. Leave that for a second. There we go. I'm just wondering, this take counter, is that belt there that belt there a bit tight? It could be, because that actually feels difficult to turn, that take counter. That take counter feels really difficult to turn. The belt's got in the right place, I just think it's a bit tight, because that's difficult to turn that. Yeah, we've got no speed control on this either. Well, we might have actually. See where the motor comes in. I'm just curious, where does it go out? Goes down there, comes out of there. We'll see, oh, so it's a 240 volt motor by the look of that. That looks like it's a 240 volt motor because it comes in here. The wire's coming down here. Oh no, maybe. And this is your power supply here. Yeah, this is your power supply. So, without having the manual, I don't know. Got fuses there. Must have a bridge rectifier in there somewhere. Although I can't see it. Yeah, your motor, yeah, that's your transformer there for your circuitry. Then you've got your mains movers down there. On the other side of them should be the bridge rectifier. Can't see it, but it will be there. Yeah, you can just see the diodes. Well, there's actually a big fucking resistor there. Can't see the bridge rectifier. There will be one in it. So this is your transformer. These are your fuses. This is your primary, this is your secondary, so you'd expect to find somewhere a fucking diode, but oh, it's here. It's there. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there they are. Just see it. And you've got some adjusters here on the power supply as well for voltages, which I won't be messing with because I don't know what to do because I ain't got the manual. So I don't know what to do. There's even a fan on this motor as well. Right, so let's get the... should we do the fun bit now? Try and put this fucking circuit back on. I've already test fitted it with this capacitor. The top does fit perfectly with this capacitor in here, so we're alright, we're good to go with that. So what we'll do now, we'll fit our circlip. This is going to be fun. If I lose it, then I'm looking for another one. Looks a bit twisted, that clip. Oops. Squeeze it a bit tighter as well. There we go. Right. Now. Pop the clip. This is easier said than done. Hold that aside so it can't push back. Not happy with that. It's a bit loose, that clip. I said it was, didn't I? It got a bit mangled as I pulled it off, so what I want to do is squeeze it together a bit. I don't think that's overdone it. Let's put it in between the pliers, give it a good squeeze. There we go, drop it there. I think I might have squeezed that a bit too much, but we'll see. That fucking flew off somewhere. How's it gone on? Well, it's gone on. Well, it's nice and tight. Just look like we want it, but like we want it to be. Right. Let's just put the bottom back on. I like to have the bottom on when I'm messing about because I believe in safety. If there's anything on my bench, I don't want it to cause any problems. So I like to have the bottom on it. There we go. Right. So what I might do with that extra thing that can pop off, I might actually put a flange. What I should have done was put a flange instead of glue. Put a little flange with the soldering iron. Push that in. That's it. Still a bit cruddy that one, but we seem to be there. So let's plug the headphones in. I'm not going to be able to let you lot hear this because this is Jim Reeves. So you have to take my word for it that it's working, I'm afraid. I'm fed up of getting bloody copyright notices and strikes and shit. Got them on the wrong side. Still got some shit in that switch. Yeah, that's working that, folks. Right, I'll go and wash the case in a minute. Just check the rewind and fast forward. So we'll press stop. That's pause. So the pause works because I had to take all that assembly out. Not worried about the take out not working. Stop. Fast forward. Let's fast forward all the way to the end of the tape and rewind all the way back. And this is a good little deck, it's just that the only downside, it doesn't have auto stop, which is a bit of a shame. I've looked to see if there's a solenoid, but there's not. There's nothing to actually switch it off. Rewind. So when your tape finished, well, just strained, didn't it? And sure it rewinds all the way back to the beginning. As I say, I'm not bothered about the take counter and keeping the deck anyway, so it doesn't matter. And even so, how many people actually go off a take counter? I mean, it could be argued people like it working, but I'm of the impression that if it plays your tape, who cares? That rewind's not bad. I haven't had to mess with the head alignment on this, but if you had to realign the head, you adjust this screw here, the one with the spring under it, or is it that one with the spring under it? There's a bit of clump of shit there I missed. Yeah. There's usually a hole in it, I can't see the spring. There's usually a hole for the alignment. There's not on here. There's not on this one. But yeah, your alignment is usually done with the one with the spring on it, which I think is this one here. The one on the right, one on the left. Yeah, it's the one with the cut in it. Yeah, because it's got a cut in the mounting for in the head mounting, in the head mounting for the head. You'd have thought they would have included auto stop, wouldn't you? But they didn't. Well, at least this thing hasn't got it. And I've looked all over for a solenoid and there ain't one. So, you know. Right. Join me in part 3 when we put the thing back together and the cases are nice and clean and you know, it's all done. I'm going to have a fag and then wash the cases.